Comparisons make for great exam questions and just great things to know. So let's compare prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. But since comparing isn't only about differences, let's start with some things both prokaryotic and eukaryotic, all cells, have in common. Like the plasma membrane surrounding the cell, separating it from the environment. Made up of two layers of phospholipids, a bilayer, it acts like a gatekeeper, allowing only certain materials to cross into or out of the cell. Contained within the plasma membrane is the cytoplasm, literally cell stuff, made up of a water-based fluid called cytosol, cell solution, and the cellular structures sitting in it. One type of structure you'll find in everyone's cytoplasm are ribosomes. This is where proteins are made. Prokaryotic ribosomes are a little smaller than eukaryotic ribosomes and made up of different proteins and ribosomal RNA sequences, but they all do the same job. And of course, all cells need DNA. DNA holds the cell's instructions in a form that can also be passed to the next generation. So how about some differences? Let's start with the big one, the one that gave these groups their name, the nucleus. Eukaryote means true nucleus. These guys all have a double membrane that holds and protects the DNA. This is where DNA is used to make various RNAs necessary for building proteins and controlling cellular activities. Prokaryote means before nucleus, so no nuclei here. So where's the prokaryotic DNA? We'll get to that in just a bit. Because it's not just the nucleus that's missing in prokaryotes. They lack all membrane-bound organelles. Just like we have organs in our bodies that do special functions, eukaryotic cells have organelles surrounded by membrane that allow for compartmentalization, a separate area to perform metabolic reactions or sequester particular molecules away from interference. A few examples are highlighted here. Prokaryotes don't have organelles. Some might fold in their plasma membranes to give them extra space for metabolic reactions. These infoldings might even be the origins of the internal compartments that we see in eukaryotes. Even so, much less compartmentalization in prokaryotes. And if you're thinking, okay, with all those extra structures, eukaryotic cells are probably bigger. Yeah. The average eukaryotic cell is 10 to 100 times bigger than the average prokaryotic cell. That means that prokaryotes have a much higher surface area to volume ratio. So lots of plasma membrane surface area with a smaller internal volume. That's a good setup for being able to quickly exchange materials with the environment and perform reactions using enzymes embedded in that membrane. The much larger eukaryotic cells have a smaller surface area to volume ratio. We've got a big volume of cytoplasm. One way to fix that ratio? Add more membrane. More membranes mean more surface area for processes to happen in, on, and across. So where's all that extra membrane? The organelles. They give more membrane space for reactions and create specialized structures for transport where distances would otherwise be too long and diffusion would be too slow. Something else eukaryotes tend to have much more of: DNA. In a eukaryotic cell, DNA is found in the nucleus, organized into multiple linear chromosomes. And we've got more of it, more A's, C's, G's, and T's. Meanwhile, prokaryotic DNA is found in a region of the cell called the nucleoid. No membrane surrounds it. And typically, but not always, it's a single circular chromosome. You might also find extra smaller pieces of circular DNA called plasmids that the prokaryote has picked up from the environment or from another cell. Prokaryotic DNA is often described as naked. It's pretty minimally packaged, just coiled up, whereas eukaryotic DNA is associated with proteins called histones that help package it up and fit all of our DNA into the nucleus. Now, because we have all of this DNA across multiple chromosomes, reproduction of a eukaryotic cell is more complex. Eukaryotic cells make more copies of themselves through a very regulated process of cell division called mitosis. Lots of steps to ensure that each daughter cell gets the right number of chromosomes. Prokaryotes divide primarily through a simpler and faster process called binary fission. No nucleus to break down and rebuild, no spindle fibers to assemble. Of course, there's always more, but those are the major similarities and differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Give me a thumbs up if you think you can name them all. And if you know another one we didn't list, drop it in the comments. For more prokaryotic and eukaryotic comparisons, stick around. Otherwise, subscribe for more biology content from me. Check out my website for tutoring resources, and I will see you next time. Bye.